Hey friends, I got a new tool in the Look at Me Mom, I'm a Big Boy toolkit here. It's the Klein tools. The Klein tools fast bit true grip screwdriver. It took me like 20 tries to say that. Everybody's talking about this thing, which makes me think it's a bit overhyped. Is it? Let's get a closer look at it and talk about this tool and figure out why this thing sold out on Amazon almost instantly when it was released. So it always makes me suspicious when you see something online and all of the tool influencers or whatever are using it, because it means a company has just flooded the market with pre-release tools to make some marketing hype. And this one, it did happen with. They even sent me one in the pre-release, and I'm just not good enough at YouTube to post videos when a tool's in pre-release and get in on the hype. So here we are. I am the last one to the party on this tool. Is it overhyped though? So what do we got here? We got a ball end screwdriver. And I do understand liking these ball end screwdrivers because I was already rocking one. This is the Vessel, both made in Japan. A lot of similarities down here. Yellow and black, yellow and gray, good rubberized grips. These do have some little grabber spots for your thumb. This one does not. The ball grip is a little bigger on this one. Hold on. Havana Kedavra! Okay, it doesn't work to do a curse, but that's okay. So a lot of similarities here, but the Klein does excel a little bit over this Vessel. So maybe it is worth buying. First of all, price-wise, it's under 16 bucks. This thing sold out instantly on Amazon. Comes with a reversible driver here. And you'll notice there's no indents in here. There's ball bearings in here that bear down on stuff, as they're supposed to, because they're called ball bearings, and hold on to stuff. So you can switch out other tips as well. But this tip's pretty neat because this is a JIS, a Japanese something S. This is not magnetic. There's no magnetization going on here. It is just machined super well, and it holds on to screws like a magnet. Really handy for getting into small spaces. The slotted end is just a regular slotted, and I don't know if other people's are like this, but mine has some magnetism to it. I think that's an on purpose. So a magnetized slotted and a JIS end over here. Pretty neat, but it will accept other bits. So we go into the tool bag and we've got this railer bit rail. And it'll hold on to that bit, kind of like a stubby, but that's okay. Sometimes if you just have a very small toolkit you're working with, being able to have every bit you ever need and one driver is pretty handy. And a trick I saw on another video is if this tip is small enough, you can usually... All right, not on that one. Hold on. Here, try that one. What's going on here? You can drop the bit in, and it'll hold on to it and hide it away. I don't know what's different about this one. Well, it just goes to show you it'll hold on to stuff even if it's not perfectly sized. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. If you do have a little stubby from Klein like this, these have got a really weird end on them. Basically, if it fits inside, it'll grip onto it. Pretty cool. If you've got, where's my other tools in here? If you got some of these weirdo double ender bits, like this one, once again, slap it in there, holds onto it just fine. So pretty neat that anything will fit in that hole will hold on. I was worried about this thing because a lot of times when you've got a screwdriver and you're working on an electrical box or something and you're trying to get a knockout out, you're going to hit the back of this thing with whatever's at hand. I was worried about this plastic getting beat up because this is all made of plastic except this collet is metal. Interesting. This is all made of plastic. I saw a video by this guy, Tool Tactics. He tears one of these things completely apart, and it took a lot of work to beat this thing up. This plastic is very thick, so apparently they're doing something right with plastic in Japan. So that's pretty cool there. Again, I did say it excels versus this vessel, which has always been one of my favorites. Doc on Last Best Tool said that this circle is the golden ratio, how they created it. I don't know anything about science. And somehow the vessel is not the golden ratio, but supposedly the golden ratio corresponds to our hand and da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. Go watch that video if you want to listen to some voodoo. Maybe it's true. But it is a bit more comfortable in the hand than the vessel, unless you have maybe smaller hands. But it does fit in the hand very well for a very good grip. So that's good on that one. And then the vessel as well, at least in this case, is using this bit holder. So you do have a longer reach, but that bit holder is a bit bulbous. It sticks out farther than your tip here. So if we're going into a small area, you can't fit it. And I have run into that problem a few times. So, there is a benefit there. You could buy some longer bits if you don't want to feel like you're running a little stubby all day long, which I could understand, even though the grip's fine on this thing. There may be a benefit there to getting some longer bits to use on this thing. Now, as well, you could, if you wanted to, reach into your tool bag, use one of these Klein 25 billion in one socket tools on it. That's awesome. Or grab one of your longer bit holders, which I can't find, and then have a longer bit holder on here that would have a bulbous end like this. And while you're at it, you can always throw a drill bit in there. So in the end, is this thing overhyped? I don't think so. There's a reason it sold out right away, which was a lot of marketing, but I think this one will stand the test of time. Seems like a great tool, which is why it is in my Look at Me, Dad, I'm a Big Boy toolkit.